Alright, so since it's been a hot minute that I've made a video, I gotta catch up on a lot of stuff. We're gonna start off doing an install today, so I'm actually gonna be getting rid of this red light right here. I'm gonna be swapping it out with like a smoked one, almost black, because I'll show you guys that there's looks like it's sort of just deteriorating over time. So we're gonna replace that, and I just kind of wanted to see how it would look blacked out, and see how like that would change the rear end of this thing. Never really was a fan of that light right there, but it's there, and I guess I just had the opportunity now to change it. You know, I bought this thing from eBay, so I ended up getting this thing, which was about 30 bucks, and that's gonna replace this guy right here. I don't really like replacing OEM parts with cheap Chinese stuff, but this was Chinese and absolutely amazing fitment, and the paint on it was great. So I don't really mind. The OEM one for this is like 130, I want to say. So even if the black one doesn't work out, it's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna put you guys through the misery of watching me install this. I'll probably just do kind of like a time lapse, but you can kind of see what the OG one, this like weird, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know if the plastic is just wearing out. It looks like it's cracking, but it's not because it's plastic. Okay, other stuff that I've done to this car, because it's been such a long time. I haven't really made that many videos just talking about this car, but we've done some things in the engine bay. As you can see, I've got a new apartment, so I have a garage. And as you know, apartment life in California is kind of difficult because if you don't have a garage, it's really hard to work on your car. But I finally have a garage now, so that's been super helpful and saved me a ton of money. I want to say like maybe 6 or 7 months ago, I had a leak from the coolant expansion tank. So it's pretty common for this thing to start leaking on the seams, like under this sort of ridge right here. That's where it started leaking. Low coolant light came on. What? How though? I haven't even driven this thing for like 3 days. I guess it is leaking. I was getting a low coolant light, so I knew something was up. Just kind of checked in the engine bay, and you know, there's dried up coolant there, and as the car was getting hot, you could see it kind of almost bubbling out the sides. So a quick order from FCP, really easy to install, did it myself, saved a ton of money. Just some maintenance things that were kind of in the books that I just had not gotten around to, but I did do spark plugs and the coil packs on this thing. I think I did Bosch for both, and I gotta see if I still have the picture, but man, those spark plugs were fried, especially cylinder 1. So the car is running and idling a lot better now. I feel like the fuel economy improved a little bit as well with the new plugs. And yeah, it just kind of just feels a lot more smooth. This one I did over a year ago, I think. I got rid of the cold air intake. I was just kind of getting sick of the induction sounds. I know that sounds crazy to say, but that's just what I did. And I instead just put the Canon high flow filter, and you still get a decent amount of sound out of it. I just like it better, and I feel like it sort of fixed an idle issue that maybe the cold air intake was causing. And overall, I feel like just, I don't know, the throttle response is better. I never officially made a video on the lip, but I do have the maxed in design front lip. Sick lip, dude. It's 300 bucks, but totally worth it. Great quality. I feel like it adds a nice like OEM plus to the front. It's not over the top. It's gloss black, matches my car. Okay, and the last thing that I did was, as you can see, hopefully, you see those red pads right there? Yep. So I did a full brake job on this car by myself in this garage. Again, saved a ton of money doing that myself. And I just went with Zimmerman rotors, and I did EBC red brake pads. And I do have stainless lines that I technically still have to install, and I still have to do a brake fluid flush. So those are the two things that are on the list of things to do that I didn't get a chance to do just because of time constraints and other reasons. But let's see if you can see better back here. Yep. So we got the pads and the new rotors looking a lot cleaner, that's for sure. The only thing I can really say is that these pads are absolutely freaking amazing. They there's virtually almost no brake dust. The wheels are clean. I've driven this thing a bunch recently, going hard, and as you can see, they're really clean. So yeah, that's the biggest plus. And then the feel as well. You know, the EBC Reds are kind of in between, sort of, you know, regular road and I don't want to say track because they're not that aggressive, but they're nice sort of like in between. But for the brake dust, dude, like, it did the job. One thing I forgot to mention is I got rid of the wheel studs and I'm back to the regular wheel lugs. Let's just say that one of those studs broke while I was driving, and as I was taking off a couple of the other ones to completely switch back to wheel lugs, another one broke. So that's really interesting. I'll throw up some pictures right now and maybe a video if I still have it. But yeah, that is what led me to ditch the wheel studs and go back to lugs. I don't think I will ever run wheel studs again. If I do, they have to be really, really expensive, but yeah, we're back to wheel lugs. Yeah, so basically everything else with the car sort of hasn't been touched. I haven't really done anything else mods wise, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any more sort of performance mods. I think we'll maybe try and go for an intercooler at some point, just to sort of have the whole package and you know, be able to go to stage 2 plus, because I'm just on stage 2 on MHD right now, and I really like the power. You know, I think it's adequate, and it's fast. The car's fast. It doesn't really need to be that much faster. Especially with the amount of money that you need to spend in order to upgrade turbos and whatnot. It's a big investment, and you know, I really like the car the way it is right now, and it sounds absolutely amazing. Okay, so this is what this thing looks like right out of the box. You know, it looks pretty decent, I gotta say. I mean, it's there's virtually no red in it, so this is like a truly smoked look, which is what I like because it's gonna blend in better with my black paint. But I mean, overall, for a $30 piece from China, like, it's in pretty good shape. There's one thing right off the bat. I know this is going to be facing down, but you can kind of see, hopefully, it's kind of hard for you guys to see that, but there's some plastic right there that I really don't like the look of, and I want to sort of trim down, so I'm probably going to spend a few minutes doing that. Okay, one thing I forgot to do, because this is actually an LED light, is I wanted to just do a quick before and after of what the actual light looks like. But let me make sure I turn this light off over here first. Alright, there we have it, guys. All set and done. No more brake light. I mean, it's there, but you can't see it, obviously. I'm going to give you guys some better viewing in the daytime and maybe under some better light, but yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like the effect. I'm going to turn the car on here in a second, but the thing that kind of worries me is that I forgot to check if the eBay one has weather sealing. You know, when I took this one off, I'm like, wait a second, I don't remember feeling or seeing like weather sealing on the other one. And don't ask me why I thought that this that this was transferable. So I tried taking it off, ended up ripping it. So I can't even use this one now if weather sealing is my concern. That is a dumb mistake. I'm just not thinking straight because I'm tired. But yeah, so let me turn this car on, hit the brake light a couple times. I gotta go to the store, so we'll park it in under some kind of light and see what it looks like. Okay, so now that I can see this thing, as I put something on the brake, I'm having a little bit of an OCD issue because the LED light bar looks sick, but I don't know if you can see it. Like, all the lights, all the LEDs on the actual light work, but I think just the way that it's designed and maybe the plastic or whatever, it looks like there's a small part there that's not 100% illuminated like the rest. So that's kind of maybe just on the placement of where they put that last one in terms of how close to the edge they put the last LED. Yeah, it's an OCD thing. That's just the problem I have. Maybe I get that from Rob because he has that problem too. Rob's been in my other videos. He got the white 135. But yeah, looks pretty decent, I would say. So I'm just running to the store to pick something up. Gonna check this light out under some street lights, give you guys a better look. God, I love the way this car sounds. All right, gonna give you guys a quick walk around of the car if you haven't seen it before. I go for OEM Plus look. I'm really inspired by the way people build their cars in Europe. They just build them really clean. You know, they have nice mods that are not over the top. Makes the car look OEM Plus, simple as that. So, with that in mind, I have some ideas about this light, but I want to hear it from you guys. I want to know what you think. This is what it looks like during the day. Do you guys think this is worth keeping? Or should I get rid of it and put the red back on? Do you think it matches the OEM Plus that I'm going for? Or do you think it's rice? White rice, brown rice, cooked rice. Is it rice? I don't know. Again, my only reservations about this thing is the fact that from what I can remember when I installed it, I might have to take it off and check, but from what I can remember, there was no sort of weather sealing on there. So I'm just afraid that, you know, when I wash the car, because it doesn't really rain much here in California, we'll have a couple weeks of that in the winter, but that's about it. But I'm just afraid that when I power wash this thing, water has the potential to get in the trunk and cause problems. And I don't want problems, especially if I can avoid them. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. Should I keep it? Should I not? Obviously, it's going to be the end of the video here. Of course, I'm not going to leave you guys without some exhaust sounds because you guys know I'm obsessed with exhaust, so we got to give you guys some revs. But yeah, I want to know down in the comments what you guys think. Keep it, don't keep it. Rice, is it not worth the risk of the water getting in? That's all I want to know, because I want to keep this thing OEM Plus. So yeah, let's end this off with some revs. And the next video is going to be a driving video, I promise. We're going to have some nice driving, maybe through some of those mountain roads over there, some of those mountains over there, I don't know, somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna do that in the next video. So let's get on with the exhaust.